Canada wins 3-2 in overtime at the Four Nations Faceoff. Unbelievable. I mean, who else but Connor McDavid goes out and gets the overtime winner from what the Team USA was doing, quite frankly, is beyond me, and I think beyond many people in the chat. On the Spanish version, apparently you can hear him say, "Hey, Mitch," or something like that, but Mitch Marner, great feed to Connor McDavid, who was, again, wide open in the middle of the ice. I'm not sure what the USA were thinking there. Obviously, Austin Matthews seems to be the one that have left his man. And then celebrations, I did think about what they were going to do. Do you throw your gloves in the air? Like, how hard do you kind of celebrate, I guess? And I think pretty well. This is a good celebration. There's another.
If I blacked out, Connor's allowed to black out in his celebration. Yeah,
there was another angle of how high Connor McDavid jumped. He got some air on that one, almost as high as Aaron did at Greta last night. But, is this the great pass by Marner? I mean, hard one to mess up at the end of the day. McDavid beating Connor Hellebuck, and this is the one where you can see him jump. He looks like he doesn't really know what to do, and then there it is. Look at that little bunny hop from Connor McDavid, and the guys come rush him off the bench, and awesome. To skip ahead a little bit on what we have in the notes here, Aaron, the trophy celebration.
Oh, yeah.
Really bad. Really bad. Like, Sidney Crosby raises it pretty well. Like, good celebration out of him. Brad Marchand as well, but then I don't think
Connor cared whatsoever the moment he scored that goal.
I don't think they cared about the trophy. I think the point of it was just to prove, like, hey, like, we actually will come out here and put on a fantastic event. We're the best country in the world still at hockey. And the United States, to them credit, the best team they've put forward in a long, long time. They're obviously missing some guys too, like Quinn Hughes, Matthew Tkachuk not playing much at all in that game. His injury seems to be quite substantial, actually. He could probably miss some decent time for the Florida Panthers, which are ahead of the trade deadline. I don't love for the Oilers, considering that. But the Oilers will play Florida on this road trip, if I'm not mistaken.
I do believe here.
Thinking about it, I'm so blacked out on what the Oilers are actually up to now.
They do play Florida February 27th.
Okay, so it's likely Matthew Tkachuk will not be in there. I haven't thought about that much. But Aaron, what did you make of the Team USA? Obviously, like, a very different style to what Canada had. But in the sense of, like, the physicality, and like Canada's physicality was a bit further down the lineup, but last night he didn't play too much of a factor, I found. And maybe that is because Tkachuk was out.
Yeah, I guess I don't want to say that could be a big point to it. Like, we weren't going to get 3 fights in 9 seconds. We all knew that. There was way too much on the line. Thought maybe you could get a scrap later on in the game, but it's kind of like a Game 7 where everything is way too important for you to mess around and be unavailable 4 or 5 minutes. So I don't think the physicality was, I guess in that sense, like the scrum's a big thing last night, but the USA, I felt for most of this game, I almost said the Oilers, Team Canada was just dumping and chasing repeatedly and not getting a whole heck of a lot out of it, but they kind of stuck with it. It was more of a low-event game. Jordan Binnington outdueled Connor Hellebuck, which is insane to say. Jordan, never said a bad word about you in my life, but we're talking physicality, something you and I mentioned before the show. Is Jacob Slavin the best shutdown defenseman in the entire NHL?
Yeah.
Because that dude was a monster yesterday. The last game, all tournament long, felt like every time there was a play broken up for Team Canada in their offensive end there in the USA D zone, it was always Jacob Slavin. Always making plays, blocking shots. He got the stick on Sidney Crosby there in front of the net. And then the point I made to you, Jakob Slavin, somebody check that birth certificate, because I don't believe that whatsoever, but that dude is a monster.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis, everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation, and you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.